Hey guys, welcome to another World of Tanks replay, and today we're in another little seal clubber at tier 4, the Marder 38T, German tank destroyer. This has a particularly good crew in, as we will see at the end, and this was a particularly epic battle for this tank. Although I'm probably going to fast forward most of the early part of this battle because I think we spend at least 10 minutes just hitting absolutely nothing. I don't know if we're hitting any blind shots here, but this is always kind of the standard MO at the beginning of the battle. There's the team composition, and you can see there's a good mixture of tomatoes and seal clubbers. It actually looks like the enemy team is slightly stronger than my team, based on their WM8 scores anyway. So here I am, trying to hit this guy across the valley there. Not doing a very good job of it, and by the time I do get a round on target, he's already dead. So now we're just going to sit around and wait for somebody to make a mistake, yeah? Kind of hiding as best we can in this bush. It's a pretty good bush. What does tend to happen sometimes, though, is one of the enemy team will rush across the valley and park right below. And spot everybody on this hill in both this location, and there's also a bush at the other side of the house just to the left of me. I do like this map. I don't see it enough, and you only see it at lower tiers. T1 heavy there. Of course, we do finally hit him, and we don't do any damage. So we're at 0 damage. We're already 2 minutes into the battle. And finally, there's somebody in the bush over here, so let's take a shot at him. And by the time we've aimed and got our life together, he's already moved. So we'll let him disappear. We'll do the obligatory count to 4. And we switch back to regular AP rounds. We don't need the APCR that we loaded for the T1. We'll throw a few blind shots over there. So now the battle basically settles down into much of nothing. Trying to find something to shoot. And at this point, I'm not feeling very confident that we're going to walk away from this battle with much damage or any kills or any experience. And of course, story of this battle so far, we just move our reticule off target just as he comes into view. What I do notice at this point is our forces in the south are spent. So I'm expecting those 5 tanks down there to make a move on us. There's only the Matilda, the AT2, the M3 Lee, but they're not really sat in defensive positions for the enemy in the south. So we're going to use the bush mechanics as best we can. And finally we hit the Stug 3B and we get 115 damage. Woohoo! We're on the board at least. Even Stevens right now, what can we do? We got another shot in. We hit the Electro. Can we get him again, or is he hiding behind the building? Nope, I think that's all we're getting. And there's a Leopard near him as well. So now it's just a waiting game. I kind of wish in some respects you could play this battle at this map at higher tiers, but it's only a small map, 850 meters squared. And I'm the first to complain on mines when we play tier 9 and tier 10 and you get spotted within the first 3 seconds and you get pinned down and can't move. But I would like to see this map more often. I do like it. So here we are. We're just trying to get another shot on one of these tank destroyers. I guess that's the Stug 3B. Score is 4-3 now, settling down into a bit of a stalemate. BT7 making a run for it. I guess this Matilda's just at the top of the road there. Don't know if he's in a good defensive position. The AT2 certainly is, and he's got good frontal armor. M3 Lee, I guess he's just hiding behind a rock, perhaps. And there he is, ducking out from behind, seeing what he can see. That BT7, I think he was on fire. We've got to get ourselves involved a little more in this battle if we're going to make any impact whatsoever, because right now I think we've probably had the least impact on the team, apart from maybe a few of those dead guys. Searching for a shot. Just a pixel. Just give me a pixel. Not that this gun is that accurate. But this was my highest win rate tank for the longest time. Maybe still is on my NA account. Not so much on my EU account, which I got later, surprisingly. I've not had as much success. But as we'll see today, we'll try and turn it around. I think the fact I'm featuring this video will probably lead you into suspecting that we may manage to turn this battle around. But right now we have 0 kills. And how many enemy tanks are left? 9? Yeah, we've killed 6, so we have 9 left. How many of the 9 can we take out? I'm trying to find a bush that works, that gives me view on the enemy. That T1 Heavy's still over in the west there. And I guess at this point I'm contemplating where I'll be best employed. It's now 6-8. So the enemy are up slightly. They're also up on hit points as well as tanks. The M8A1 is going to run out there, and I'm kind of worried that he's not taking a bush position. He doesn't have enough armor, maybe 28mm. Maybe that's his side armor, but I guess his front armor's not much better. And he's going full assault TD. And we get a glimpse of the M10 RBFM over on the other flank. Can we get a view of him? We can just get a slither, but no, of course we miss again. We take a blind shot, no idea. No idea if that's helped at all. So now we definitely have to go and help out over in the west there. We only have a TD and a Lukes, who I guess the Lukes is spotting. We've got to try and get rid of this T1 Heavy. And of course we just ricochet off, even though we're going into the side. So we switch to our gold rounds, our APCR rounds. See if we can manage a little more damage just as he moves out of vision, which is kind of unfortunate. We just got one more round into him, we could have got rid of him. But that might make him a little of an easier prospect later in the battle. And as we see now, way down to 6 tanks, our hit points are falling fast. Sorry, we're down to 5 tanks, not even 6. And the enemy is still on 9. So at this point, we're not looking. It's not looking too promising, is it, guys? But never give up. Never give up because it looks like you're on the losing team. There's always something you can do, and you never know. These can be the most enjoyable battles if you just play smart, do what you can, and stay calm. So I guess was that the M10 RBFM on the other flank got taken out? Did he get shotgunned by the SU-122A? Not sure what happened there. So 8 enemy tanks left, and 5 of us. What are we going to do? Can we hold these guys off? We know the T1 Heavy is an easy proposition. Now this is where teamwork would normally come into play. If we had platoons here, we could communicate better and maybe come up with a plan to defeat the enemy. The only one in vision right now is their Matilda. No one's hitting it. I tell the M8A1 to come back behind the bushes. He's far too far forward there. He needs to take up a position where he's not going to get spotted. The AT2 can spot, or the M3 Lee can spot, and the M8A1. One of my other favourite tanks that I feature often on this channel. Just go and check out the other videos. It's my most played tank. It's my favourite tank in the game. And it's a little killer if you can play it correctly. Although he looks like he's a rather inexperienced player, unfortunately. So I'm going to fall back. I'm going to take this bush. Can't really get back any further, but at least now we've got angles on the Leopard. He's severely weakened by my friends, but because we got the angle on him, we managed to take the shot and take him down. And now we've got the Matilda under fire. take the fight. And I noticed the bishop's making a run for it. Well, that's... he was getting overconfident, wasn't he? And he's not going to be too fast. See what kind of damage we can do to him. Of course, at this point, I realise I'm still shooting APCR rounds. Wasting them on a bishop. I really don't think I need them on the bishop. Although, we didn't do too much damage with that round, did we? So now we're out of APCR, we're back to regular rounds, and down to 15 of them. Finally, we get spotted. So what spotted us? It's this guy running through the middle. Let's take him out. There's a BT7 that's taking a few hit points off us at a time. What's his alpha? Around 40. Now 2 of the tanks are in the cap. I'm going to have to rely on my M3 Lee at this point to do something about the BT7. I don't see him doing a great deal right now. We've got to stop these guys in the cap. It's down to 40 seconds. I don't know if I can get shots from here. Do I have enough gun depression? I guess I do. And there's my old friend, the T1. Can we take the T1 out? That was incredibly lucky RNG there, I think, because... and we took out the M8A1. We didn't even have APCR on that T1. And even with the APCR early, if you remember, we couldn't pen him. We just penned him full frontal with a regular AP round. So I'm calling that good luck. Now this BT7's behind me. Again, the M3 Lee has to take care of him. I need to get down to the cap circle. I need to find out what this Panzer 3J is doing. And I'm kind of YOLOing a little bit here. But we need eyes on him and nobody else is looking for him. So I do find him. I track him first. Make sure we keep him in position. He may be out of ammo because he's not shooting me. Oh, he did shoot me, but he bounced. Just keep his tracks off. And now suddenly there's a BT7 behind me. What's my M3 Lee doing? He was supposed to have my back, and now I'm just going to get circled by this guy. I only need to hit him once. I need to hit him once, and I cannot catch up to him. And he makes the mistake of running into a rock. So I was saved really by a rock. The M3 Lee had just woken up and was coming back down the hill. But suddenly we have 8 kills and a victory. You can't argue with that, guys. So if we take a look at the results in the garage, this is the personal score. We managed to ace this tank. I think it's the first time I've ever aced this tank. We also got a top gun. We also got the high caliber. And I think that's a defender medal for reducing cap points from the enemy team. But we can see what makes this tank so effective. Really is, you know, we have a full Brothers in Arms crew. We have full camo crew. I imagine if I put my really good German crew in this, the amount of damage we could do and how effective we could be. But that really would be seal clubbing at that point, wouldn't it? I'm carrying binos for maximum view range. Still only gives us 423. But at tier 4, that's a respectable view range. Especially when you're up against tanks with a camo net, as we have here, and the low noise exhaust, which gives us an excellent stationary vehicle camo well into the 50s. Taking a look at the team score, obviously we came top. We got the 8 kills, just under 2,000 damage. Not the most I've done in a tier 4. We have broken 2,000 before now. But yeah, this is a fantastic little tank. Even though it doesn't have a turret, it does have a good wide gun arc on it, and its alpha's pretty respectable as well. And finally, if we look at the detail report, because we fired those 8 APCR rounds, that really did impact our profit there, and so it only came out with a very small profit, even with a premium account of 1645 and 2,800 into reverse stock. But we did make a nice chunk of XP there at just short of 10,000. So there we go, guys. Marder 38T, German tier 4 tank destroyer, another great little seal clubbing TD. If you don't have this tank or you've not tried it, I urge you to give it a go. Anyway, guys, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have another video out soon. And if you're over on Twitch TV, check out Guardians of the Slow Lane, stream a couple of times a week. Give me a follow, give me a subscribe, and that would be great. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you all again next time. Take care now. Bye.